Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. We want to begin this session in a good way. We've come together with good and important intentions to help share knowledge about salmon habitat restoration so that all of us can benefit from this learning and hopefully find opportunities to apply this knowledge in the stewardship of our wild salmon and their habitat. We're coming to you today from Vancouver, the traditional territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations. My name is Jason Hwang, and I'm with the Pacific Salmon Foundation. I live in Kamloops, located on the Tk'emlúps to Secwépemc territory, situated within the ancestral lands of the Secwépemc Nation. As a brief background to this is the third restoration knowledge exchange session that we've had. We've had previous sessions on the Stage 0 method of habitat restoration and on monitoring and assessment of habitat projects. And now I'm going to turn it over to my friend Byron.
Good morning. My name is Byron Nutton, and I work for the Department of Fisheries and Oceans Canada out of Nanaimo, the traditional territory of the Snuneymuxw First Nation. I'm the acting manager of the Salmon Habitat Restoration Centre of Expertise. And I'd like to join my friend Jason and welcome you to the workshop today, and to thank all the organizers, presenters, and participants for taking the time to make this event happen. The objective for today is to share information related to restoration in estuaries and other nearshore marine habitats, and provide an opportunity for questions and discussion, with the goal of improving the state of knowledge and enabling networking and connections among the restoration community. As you all likely know, these areas are some of the most dynamic and productive habitats in the world and are vital to the conservation and protection of Pacific salmon and other species, as well as other cultural and ecological values. They are also some of the most impacted by prior human development and most vulnerable to ongoing pressures, including climate change. As such, we felt it was important to convene this forum to highlight some strategies for restoration, monitoring, and building resilience in these habitats. As you can see, we have a full agenda today with 4 presenters in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. There will be a brief opportunity for Q&A after each presentation as we switch over to the next speaker, as well as panel discussions to wrap up each of the morning and afternoon sessions. We'll do our best to keep with the schedule, but may need to adjust through the day if there are any hiccups or technical difficulties. We've already learned that our last speaker, Corey Frank, may not be available, but we'll provide an update on that before we break for lunch, including any adjustments we may need to make. Please note that after the session, we will be circulating an invitation to complete a short survey to collect your thoughts on the utility and effectiveness of this workshop, what went well and what could be improved, and potential topics for future workshops in this series. With that, I'll pass it back to Jason for a few housekeeping items and to introduce the first presentation.
Thanks, Byron. In terms of how we're going to run the workshop today, we will welcome your comments and questions, and the way to get them to us is via an app called Slido. You'll see how to access that in the banner on the bottom of the screen. You can access it from a computer, any device that you have, and then you use hashtag nearshore as your access code for this session. So you can send comments, you can send questions, and we really encourage you to do that. We can capture all of those, even if they don't get up on the screen and get attention today, they will be part of our workshop report. So we will be generating a report that will summarize the presentations and all the questions and discussions that have been heard. And we will also have that information available on the PSF website after the session. So the sessions are all going to be recorded, and they'll be loaded up along with the information from the other Restoration Knowledge Exchange workshops.